All right, welcome everyone. We are Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Owarimonogatari Season 2, Episode 3.
Oh my god, I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a Monogatari episode.
Yeah, like what we got in the previous episodes and like building up to what's coming here, like we had so much excited discussion before we even hit the record button. We're so ready for what's coming next now. We've got the squad. We've got the squad.
And it is
Shinobu.
A hell of a squad.
And Shinobu looking. Oh my god. We've got Hachikuji here. She's actually with us and everything. We've got Gain. And Gain has got dual wielding. Yep.
Dream span and heart span.
Oh my god. We've got Araragi going now to do his actual exams, which means we're probably going to bump into Senjugahara at some point.
Yep.
Which means we can get the squad even better. Then, I mean, like if we take this group to go, well, we might not have to go far to confront Ogi.
Yep.
At this point, I'm just like, take me wherever you want to go, Monogatari. Let's freaking go.
It was like I had to choose between my children when I was deciding what shirt to wear because Hachikuji's back, and at the same time, Shinobu, full form, being like, you just do, Gain.
So what we need to do eventually is you need to just give me your shirt because
basically
Hachikuji is best.
Yeah, and then you'll just wear Hachikuji all the time. I'll wear Shinobu. There we go. Yeah,
exactly.
that could work. Yeah. But oh man.
But guys, we're barreling on towards the end. Like, I can't imagine how much really left there is to go storytelling wise, other than maybe having a little bit of like some semblance of a happy kind of going and checking on all the characters and seeing where they'll be at like after an Ogi confrontation. But like, and then that's the other thing. We don't know what an Ogi confrontation really looks like.
Yeah, how much of it is going to be conversation? How much is going to be battle? How much
of it is going to be monologuing?
Right. How much gearing up do we need to do before the actual battle? Because this is one hell of a squad, but is this the final squad? Do we need to get Senjugahara? Do we need to get Hanakawa? Kanbaru, who knows?
In the end, how much help is everyone else actually going to be? Is this just going to be Araragi having the confrontation,
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
All right. Going to do exams.
Back home.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, you do.
That's right.
What a man.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Oh. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, this really is gearing it up for the final chapter of this coming of age story.
Aww. She could. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, somewhere back there.
Oh, nice.
That's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Is this... Wait.
New OP?
Oh, yes,
my God.
Yes. Okay, I love it. I love it already. I love it so much.
Oh, I almost want to cry.
Oh,
they're calling back to
this
episode
place.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bake. Oh. I chose the right t-shirt.
You really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
We'll be ending this story where we began.
Oh. More than the eternity you wished for. Going through all the hairstyles.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, show. Yes, we
Yeah.
get it. Senju Gahara is freaking amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that whole Monogatari thing of best girl is whoever the show is focusing on at
Right,
that point in
exactly.
time.
Yeah. Hitagi rendezvous. Yes.
Yes.
Oh. And yes, this is
All
what's
right.
happening. Oh, wait. What? She misspoke. Hold on. Oh, yes,
Indeed.
it has. She was blushing. Dating me.
Huh.
She's trying to, like, channel Senju Gahara. Oh.
Whoa.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Right, but that's not exactly what she's doing. That's just a small portion of it.
Yeah. Yes, it
yes.
is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Way to go, Senju Gahara. So what would you like to do, Araragi? You have spent a lot of time together, so it's bound to happen.
And that is an issue.
Far too sad.
All right.
I'm ready for this.
Yep.
The digest version.
Cool.
Oh my god. Yes.
Indeed. A date to end all dates.
Oh.
Okay.
Lengthwise, it'll be still a full day. Oh, she's answering his questions before he even needs to get to ask them.
Oh, cool.
All right, and not with you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what a friend.
Bodyguard, of
Yeah,
course.
exactly. Yes, yes.
Indeed. Wow.
Indeed.
Yes.
He's like, that is kind of true. Right, because insults could lead to your untimely demise.
And is she still in your shadow?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. And Aragi can't be with them for this meeting.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yep. I think that's the assumption, but, who's to say?
Yeah. Naturally.
What is this? That it has to be trolling the fans with the,
Oh,
who
yeah.
will he marry,
Uh-huh. Especially after how the episode started.
Right. So no matter what, I win. Okay.
I love how the episode just totally skipped past it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wait. Suki just thinks Yotsuki's a plushie. This is some Toy Story stuff right here.
Yeah. Aw.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Such composure.
Wow.
We've basically settled down.
Wow.
Wait, why is she looking at the camera there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't.
No.
Or with Einstein.
Okay.
Yeah, time travel would have to be involved.
Save me.
Okay. Oh.
But I will tell you that she told me.
Okay. Oh. Oh my God.
Wow. Indeed, 6 months and 12 hours or whatever it is.
Please don't vocalize it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's driving.
Mm-hmm. Way to go! Driving.
Boom.
Aha. Nice, nice.
Awesome.
Oh, first try.
With the
No big
hair
deal.
and everything.
Wait.
Really?
Wait, really? Oh,
Cool.
she's doing this all for getting set up for the dates and stuff. And
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Cool.
it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Difficult. It's impossible.
Right.
Ah.
Of course not. No.
But is that really something to keep her from graduating?
Yeah.
Oh, to simulate, like, looking at the stars and stuff.
Or
Oh, to go a long way to get to a planetarium.
yeah. No, I forget. Was there date in episode 12 planetarium or was it
No,
an
it was
observatory?
outside.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure it was outside.
Right.
Or was it?
Well, it
Was
wasn't.
that the donut shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We're going to get everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. There's still that awkward, yeah.
Oh.
Hiding. It's interesting. She's intentionally not sharing where it was, though.
Yeah.
Look where he wasn't. This is a pen. Oh, this is like in Koi. Kinda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good connection.
Nice. It would be, yes. Hell no.
Okay.
The side that handles learning.
Yeah.
Acrobatic is such an interesting way to. Right, Geo, Earth, yeah. Cool. Nice. Cool. Yeah. That's awesome.
Maybe because of your guys' conversation under the stars.
Yeah, they're concentrated. Yeah, yeah. Right. Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's not space doesn't really have a map that you can really look at in the. Nice.
Huh.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh
boy.
Dang. Oh my God, that was a tense.
All right.
That was a tense direction that things went there.
So I'm guessing that was Ogi's eye, like opening up.
That 100% was Ogi's eye there. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a different turn than what I expected from the previous episode, but it was really good.
Yeah, and now we've got like date episode coming up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can't wait. No. Every time they've done this kind of art style for the EDs, just in general, Monogatari, I just love it.
Oh, yeah. It's real good.
Oh. Yogata. Okay, guys, This was a very good episode. It felt really good to see Senjigahara again.
It's always good
and
to
there were a
see
lot of
Senjigahara.
cool callbacks to early Bake stuff.
Yes.
Not only with their relationship as a whole, but specifically one of my favorite episodes of Bake, episode 12. Yep. The OP and the kind of the general stuff about where they would go with for the first part of their date definitely felt like just a direct homage to episode 12 specifically.
Yep.
Yeah.
The amount of different outfits and poses and everything that we saw Senjigahara in the OP was impressive. Like, I don't think we've ever gotten that much variation on a character design in an OP in Monogatari before.
For sure. It was kind of just saying like, hey, in case you forgot, yes, Hachikuji and Shinobu are amazing, best girls.
Yep.
But Senjigahara is, S for, S tier waifu girl.
Wonderful. Because we're getting back to focusing on Araragi and this end of his journey through high school and everything, it is only fitting that Senjigahara would have a major focus for that, even if it's not necessarily within the plot Ogi stuff, which who knows, it might still be.
It still might be, because there were some hints at the end of the episode, a couple, where in some ways it's not that I could tell like specifically that it was something saying that she was kind of more or less aware of what's going on with the Ogi situation, but it started to feel like Araragi was being talked to in almost like that there was a code of sorts that was being used. So like to bring it up is basically like, when your friends are trying to plan like a surprise birthday party for you.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that thing of where they're talking about you, but there's things that they feel like they can talk to you about how they talked about you, but there's things that they kind of dance around and they go, oh yeah, that's all good and stuff. And you go, I trust them. It's okay, whatever that is. You don't get suspicious. You just kind of go, oh, that's interesting, huh? And then you just move on.
The things that I noticed that seemed to be along that vein were, one, the fact that she was having dinner with her dad after she said, we're going to have 6 months worth of dates and all that stuff. That was almost like, is this going to be the surprise you're going to be coming along, or, or who knows, or something along those lines. But then also the Hanakawa found Oshino, but I didn't get much information. I wasn't really wanting to know. Oh, and I specifically told Hanakawa not to contact you.
Yeah.
It's like, does Senjigahara know that maybe, there is another person that might get information if Araragi is contacted?
Right.
And, we don't want that entity to get information.
And then there was the other bit of where it was like just some dialogue choices that were more of anything probably for the sake of just reminding the audience, like it's more of a meta thing than it is an actual like Senjugahara is doing this specifically to bring up this subject matter. But it was the idea of when she goes to the planetarium on other times, the side that takes care of learning takes over. And it was very much that's a very interesting choice of words there. It definitely feels like the area in which they're pushing things with Ogi specifically.
Right. And then there was the whole thing at the end of the fan shaped, and the fact that it's the word play of it is Ogi.
Right.
And that she said that.
Yeah.
And then Ogi seemed to wake up at that.
Right.
So
it is a they who must not be named kind of thing. And also a little bit of a duality aspect, the thing of the light and dark being inverted, basically, on the map of space, if you will.
Sure.
And also one of the other things that it could be pointing to, this is a very loose speculation thing there, is just that when you're thinking about something a lot, like it's something that's very present in your mind, it can accidentally come out in conversation in ways
little
that
Freudian slips.
You're not necessarily telling you. Yeah, because it's not as hard of a Freudian slip, really. It's just that your language style, if you will, is bending a specific way. It's not that it's pointing directly at it.
Right. It's on your mind, so it's only natural that the flow of your conversations might go in that direction a little bit,
even if you don't want them to.
Sure.
And thus it's like exactly. Right.
But all in all, like, this episode was surprisingly wholesome, considering
super
that
wholesome. Yeah.
At the end of last episode, it was like, all right, squad gearing up to go to battle.
Right. There was very much, and this was something I talked about in the discussion before we recorded this one. As I was feeling like they could end up doing a little bit of a time skip because they mentioned how, or Guy mentioned how the exam was something that was going to be done first. Like, Araragi, you need to go do your exams. So that you
yes.
That's like now you don't have much time. You can get there in time if you go there specifically, like straight there from here.
Right.
So I was thinking, like, are they actually going to show that? Is it going to be a thing where he then meets up with Senjugahara, which is why I wore this shirt actually, was, we're actually going to then encounter there, but it's no, if anything, no, the Senjugahara encounter was Senjugahara showing up at his house after he had done everything, it seems like, and she's like, all right, date me. I mean, we shall go on a date. My character, I feel like I've lost track a little bit with my character. It's been a while since I've had an appearance. I'm like, all right, there's some fun fourth wall breaks there and a little bit of fun stuff.
Well, and even before that, we had that wonderful conversation where Senjugahara was like, it's already over.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, well, no, but it's not. And she's like, no, it is.
Yep.
It is. You've worked hard. You've done a good job.
Yeah.
He's like, but we don't know whether it's going to be, a success or failure yet. Nope.
Yeah.
Already won.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That's what a good friend does. That's not just like biased girlfriend talking there.
Right, exactly.
Kind of stuff. That's just a good person right there.
And she's helped him with this kind of stuff. So it's something where she knows that he's put in the hard work. He's done everything he can, and she's done everything that she can in order to help him so that he would be fully equipped to take the test and all that stuff. So I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Also,
good stuff.
Also, the very beginning of the episode, giving a little bit of focus to Araragi's thoughts, kind of has him monologuing to himself. And it's really helpful for us as the audience because it's something where, we haven't seen Senjugahara in a while in terms of the chronological story for Araragi's purpose of things here. But we also haven't seen them in the same room together in a long time.
In quite a while, yeah.
And that was something that we almost got the reveal in this episode that Senjugahara consciously decided to not go on a date with him for 6 months.
And again,
6 months.
6 months, yeah.
6 months.
Yeah,
that's a very specific amount of time.
Yep. I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This show is really, this story is really good. It's got a lot of things interwoven together that it's like, there's no way that this kind of stuff is accidental. So that in of itself was wonderful. But the way in which Araragi kind of had everything realized in this episode, conversely, where he didn't have the security, the confidence in episode 12 of Bake to be able to say, like, in front of her father, yes, I love you, I truly love you. He's just acknowledging it to himself. He's like, I am just so in love with Senjugahara.
Right.
I truly love her, and I've been so scared of the idea of saying that, or even just actually truly falling in love with someone like that, because of I don't want to change. I liked who I was, and it wasn't full on narcissism, but there was some narcissism that I had to leave behind along the way. So
and I guess I did.
Yeah, he did.
Like that was such a good start to the episode for what the episode ended up being, right? You know, especially given that it, you know, is a deviation from the squad, you know, rolling out. But it's also something where it shows how much Araragi has grown. And how aware Araragi is of his own growth, right? Which, especially considering that this is about, you know, the ultimate internal conflict, right, with Ogi and all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no better way to prime for that, right?
Right.
And the fact that, you know, since the very beginning, he didn't really think that connections and, you know, friends, much less, you know, romantic partner, is something that he needed or even wanted.
Right.
And look at him now.
Look at him now. Look at our man. Look at this man.
Yep. Like
he's amazing.
Yeah, we went back and we looked at episode 12 of Bake. Araragi looks like such a little kid back there. And even though it's like still in the same year and everything, it's like he's...
Well, it was a year ago.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly, but, you know, it was
almost a full year.
Pretty much a year ago.
But he's grown up. Our boy's grown up so much.
Puberty will do that, you know.
Well, yeah, that too.
Like when I went from 15 to 16, I grew 9 inches. Like I grew 9 inches in 1 year. It was insane.
Yeah. But like, it's something where now he almost can't even help it, right? He is just head over heels in love with Senjugahara, right? And he knows it. And that part of him that wouldn't have wanted that part of him where, you know, he wouldn't have wanted to change, now realizes, oh, maybe I already did, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. So
I love the stuff of where he gets into the fact that Hitagi or Senjugahara might feel that she loves him or cares for him or values him more than he does, and I was so glad. Like the second he said that, I'm like, and that's great, that's wonderful. And he just goes, and I think that's perfectly fine. Like that right there, that is such a relatable feeling, I think, for so many people that have had self-hatred issues. Whenever you see someone that loves you more than you love yourself, you will actively try to sabotage that relationship to bring down their level of love for you to where yours is at. Because there is something internal within a lot of people when they have a very low value of who they are, that they will actively...
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's not even almost a subconscious thing. Like there's a lot of things that I think people do when they're in a bad way that is subconscious. They're doing it, they're not even aware that they're really doing it.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, that's why Ogi is the perfect villain for this story.
Right, and in some ways, I think what's cool is we could almost look into that maybe and say that Senjugahara is kind of feeling like, no, you already kind of beat Ogi. Like in some ways,
Ogi just doesn't know it yet.
We just need to have a final conversation so you guys can get on the same page.
Yep.
But the fact that here he's like, I am perfectly fine with her loving me more than I love myself, because it's not that he doesn't love himself. And that's the thing of him bringing up narcissism and being like, no, actually, like I totally do love myself. Like,
but
is it possible that I can actually love myself like
I love her? Yeah.
And then his whole thing of, well, if that isn't the case, as a human, I'm as good as dead. And
QOP.
And cue the OP, because one of the things that is so powerful when you love someone, and even if you don't love them as much as they love you, but they love you as well, and it's the full realization of it, the doubt as to whether or not they love you and whether or not you love them is eroded away, and you're able to see that and realize it and kind of understand it. It is the most like transcendent feeling, as just all these fetters and limitations just break off. I mean, it's not just this instant, transformation. Suddenly all your problems go away, but it's just really special. So just to see him in this state, and to acknowledge that, he still has some things that he needs to overcome potentially within himself via Ogi. It's so cool. It's just this is like the penultimate step before Araragi, the Zen master from Suruga Devil, is going to be realized.
Yep. Also, the fact that Shinobu and Gain and everybody are planning
having
separate
a meeting
from him, it's one of those other things where it's like, okay. Like, if anything, I was kind of expecting that if we were, like, from before this episode, that if we were to have something like this where it's like, okay, let's show a bit from Araragi's perspective before that final battle, will we see Ogi reveal herself and start, and will we be able to notice that Ogi is getting antsy? Ogi's maybe getting a little bit desperate of like, hold on, what's going on? Like, I can tell that something's happening, and I'm not sure what it is.
Bro,
Araragi.
bro,
What's up?
bro.
Yeah?
You know what I just realized?
What?
There are often times when the dialogue in this show feels like the characters are the author speaking to the audience,
Sure.
What if the reason why there was a time skip was because the side that was needed for learning took over, and Araragi wasn't the one that did really the exams as much, and it was more Ogi that was needed? Or maybe in some ways he's already won. It's that Ogi and Araragi together.
Well, because the eventual thing is that I'm guessing is that it's not going to be defeating and destroying Ogi, but it's going to be accepting, and
it's going to be the perfect fusion.
Right,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just wanted to throw that out there as an idea.
That is interesting.
In some ways, it's kind of the thing of like, you've actually already won. Like, it's already over in some ways. So she's like, because you did the exams and you're gonna do wonderful. Now, Senjugahara is wonderful, and we'll get back to her in this, but we had some good comedy bits with Yotsugi.
We really did.
And Yotsugi was hilarious.
Oh my God.
The bit with her talking about Shinobu, like, take it away. That was such a wonderful, funny part.
Because Yotsuki and Shinobu, they've had some wonderful interactions, right? Very entertaining. But then there's the whole thing of the
shit talking her.
Tell me more about that whole thing of Shinobu being apparently separated from you at full power now. I think that's important for me to, hear about how that went down and what she's like now, because I've been a little bit carefree, maybe, with my insults, I'm starting to realize. Tell me, Araragi, or Oni-chan, how does one be polite and civil? I think I could use some lessons. Like, and creeping away from Araragi, like, wait, is she in your shadow right now?
Yeah.
Like, no,
exactly.
she's not. And it's like, oh, okay. Whew.
Even mentioning as taking a drink, she's a vampire,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. I almost this is a dumb way to look at it, but I almost saw the fact that she was hiding in the spotlight as being like a vampires.
Oh, right, yeah.
They can't get me if I'm in the light,
Yeah.
But I think it was more for just the shadows casting and the dramatic look. Also, the little joke thing with the "Who will Araragi marry?" and it goes through all the girls, and it's like, it's great. That's funny. And then the little art for it as well. The difference there was great.
But then, of course, Tsukiji comes in.
Wild Tsuki comes in, and you see how fast Yotsugi's like,
yep.
And how did we not clue in that she was being seen as a literal doll?
This whole time, I just figured that they got along really well because,
oh my God,
because Yotsugi didn't say much, and that was perfectly fine with Tsukiji, right? I didn't realize it was to this extent where no, Yotsugi just managed to play a very good act, and now Tsukiji actually believes that Yotsugi is a plushie, right? So of course that explains why Tsukiji was playing with her all those times and everything, and the just the vacant stares from Yotsugi.
Mm-hmm. I have to assume on some level as well that like Tsukihi's very smart and stuff like that. That she might also just be she's just totally potentially
Yes.
trolling Araragi to be like, oh yeah, I totally think that she's a doll. There's no other reason. That's why she's even claiming it as hers, and stuff.
Yeah, why'd you take my thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Tsukihii is wise beyond her years, as shown with the whole, oh, we've been dating for a while, we've basically settled down, Like, but, so I would not be surprised if she was saying this as a way to basically say, that's all right, Yotsugi, you can act your way that you act, and that's fine, but I still love you, and I will take care of you, and, play with you, and all of that stuff, even if you don't respond in the way that, you don't participate in the play, essentially.
Right. I did have to say, one of the things that Tsukihii has been doing more and more whenever we see her is, or maybe I'm just noticing it more and more, she kind of looks at the camera every once in a while and says something that's really like, wait a minute, hold up. And literally this time Araragi actually like caught onto it. He's like, wait, what? Wait, wait, did I tell you? And,
yeah, I was wondering if that was going to be the case of like, oh yeah, no, having a date with Senjugahara, hold on, like, she didn't actually say that. Like, who knows? Maybe it's something where everyone other than Araragi is aware of the situation with Ogi and things like that. And,
there's a lot of people talking, basically. And then we know at the very least that she was probably talking about Araragi with Sengoku because she was like, she told me a secret. And there's the part where she kind of has the smug look initially with a smile.
But also, like, the looking away.
Yeah, but then once Araragi is like, wait, what secret? And then she changes her smug look to be a little bit of awkward kind of smug look where she's like, blushing as well. It's like, it's a secret, so of course I won't tell you.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, just kind of giving the, leave, Nadeko Chen to me. Being like, yeah, she does love you, but don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll console her.
Right.
You go be with who you love.
It'll be good fuel for her manga,
Right. And then Senjugahara channeling old Hanakawa.
Yeah.
Which is, that's interesting.
I'm curious why, like, because, okay.
Is it because she's kind of still a little bit self-conscious of the fact that Hanakawa is more attractive to Araragi than she is in a physical sense,
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's not something where Senjugahara knows about Ogi and all of that stuff, I could totally see it being something where it's the no, stay back, Hanakawa. Don't contact him. I don't want him to even be thinking about you. I'm going to have I'm going to be making up for 6 months of dates, with Araragi, and I don't want even the concept of you to be anywhere near this, like.
But I mean, you brought her up yourself, so.
But then she brought her up herself. But then it's like, oh no, see. I can be just as fabulous. Like I almost see it as being like a petty thing where it's I can be just as fabulous as Hanakawa.
In fact, I'm even more badass because I have my driver's license now.
Exactly. Does Hanakawa have that? No, don't think so. Yeah, wait, she does? Oh, damn it.
But yeah, exactly. The bit with him just giving her all the nicknames and stuff was adorable.
Yep.
Driver Gahara, Wait Gahara. Like, oh my God, that's fantastic. Although I have to say, we definitely saw that as he saw her get into the driver's seat, because he was like, wait, a rental car. He was like, oh my God, she is so hot right now. He's like, oh my God.
The camera was focusing on very particular parts of her.
Yes.
Yep. Although apparently,
first try.
Now I'm yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah. Then there's this school rules thing that with the
right.
Not only would your college admission by recommendation be rejected, this level of savagery would make your graduation questionable too.
The extremity of the language makes me wonder if it's like sarcasm, but then there's another part of me where it's like, wait a minute, is that actually something where it's like not in like it may be an official sense, but maybe unofficially looked down upon because it's like, oh, that's you get a license when you're young just so you can fraternize and do all sorts of irresponsible things or something. Because
I wonder if it was that. Or if it was something where he was assuming that the amount of studying that it would take in order to get the driver's license would infer that she spent less time studying for her college entrance exams.
Yeah, like maybe it's super rigorous or it's some sort of like driver's ed equivalent thing or something that would have detracted from her classes or, I don't know. Yeah, and then this is also being something where she's kind of covering for the, hey, I want this to be a real full-on date with us as adults.
Right. Where I'm going to drive, and I know that you can't get a driver's license because you know, sort of some
pictures
awkward,
are tough. Yeah.
right, vampire stuff and all that. And then he's like, oh wait, no, I won't be moved by emotions. I won't be moved by affection either. Ugh. And then he's in the car and
Yep. Like it very
she's
much
bantering with him about the Kambaru stuff. And,
right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, It felt very well. Episode 12 of Bake again, where baby on board. Yeah, that's also another potential hint towards the future, even though it was used for comedy of be safe. You know,
use protection.
Well, yes, but also drive safe. You know, I don't want to die. Like, I am separated from Shinobu now, so I don't know how that whole thing works. Like, would I survive an accident? You know, but the idea of, like you were saying, a grown-up date, they're adults, she's driving, you know, doesn't need to have her dad, you know, chauffeur them around.
Right.
Awesome, cool. And they go on a pretty long trip.
Pretty long drive. That's actually one of the things that I thought was really weird about this, is that she's like, we're going to the planetarium. And I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, but wait. You know, there's the whole stuff where she would visit the planetarium, I think, with her family when she was younger.
That was the observatory.
Now,
okay. Now it might be that they're like in the same basic area or something. You know, who knows?
But then, is this something where, in order to go back to that, or to go to the planetarium, is it with regards to them having like moved maybe because of the whole divorce and stuff?
I think it. Well, okay, yes, I believe the reason that it's so far away is because they moved after the divorce and everything and all that stuff, right? And that was gone over in episode 12.
Yeah,
it's possible that planetarium and observatory are kind of, you know, package deal, right?
Possibly.
And you just only go to the observatory part of the planetarium at night. You know, like if you go there in the day, it's not like you'd be able to see anything.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, but regardless of whether they're the same location or not, it's still the idea that, you know, it's based around that whole very precious memories that she had, you know, when she was a kid and first date with Araragi. So it's extra characterization and insight into Senjigahara since we haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, and then she starts talking about her passion for geoscience and, you know, space and what her dreams are with that. And it's just like, oh, she's sharing like her heart of hearts with her dreams for her passion, her future and stuff with this guy. And she's, this is so mature, this conversation and stuff. And even though this is like the first time that he's hearing about it, it's just like, wow, she's really excited. I love this girl. She's just wonderful. And then there's the whole picture thing of space. You know, it's actually a really weird kind of thing to map. You can't really map it in the strict 2D sense of a flat, you know, kind of map and stuff like that, because there'd be too much density implied by those spaces where you see a bunch of galaxies and stuff.
Yeah.
Right, you can't. So you would need to have some kind of computer 3D mapped environment of sorts. But if you tried to simplify it into a diagram, you would show how out of balance things are. And it's just like, they brought up the word balance, so my Ogi senses are triggered, and I'm you know, thinking about Suruga Devil, specifically where he was seemingly in a lot of balance, and it's just like,
and Ogi was different. You know.
And then, you know, she's like, stars are like people, can easily feel lonely. You know, there's ways in which, you know, if you looked at someone from the outside in a simplified way, you'd be like, things are, you know, going pretty great there. You know, everything's kind of in these good, you know, bits there. But actually, if you looked at things, you know, 3-dimensionally, you might see some maybe some aspects of it where it's a little bit out of balance or something like that, or maybe there's some loneliness there. Yeah.
One of the things that I really liked about this is that it was something where her passion regarding, you know, space and planets and all that stuff, while we can see the connection to why she's passionate about space and planets and things like that, it's not really one that Araragi shares, right? You know, he is excited for her. He's aptly listening.
So he's listening hard,
right? Yeah. You know, but even then, sometimes, you know, when she's talking about it, he's like, "This is kind of like a lecture here." You know, like this is very, you know, in depth and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably couldn't care less about it.
In terms of the hard details,
right?
It was like when she was mentioning the stars and everything in the sky and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, okay,
right,
yeah."
Yeah, the care because she cares. You know, it's another one of those things where, you know, when you're that closely connected to somebody, something that they care about, you care about by proxy, kind of.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that ties into the whole thing of where Araragi was at the beginning of the story, where it was the friends are pointless, you know, etc. They weaken me as a human being, all of that stuff, because much like with pain, it's something that is shared, right?
Oh, gotcha.
Because he cares so much about Senjigahara. So, and then
the Ogi drop.
Right. And the fact that Senjigahara said that.
Yeah, I almost want to listen again. Like, which part is it that's actually Ogi? Like, which word is it? Is it the fan part?
Yeah, it's the fan part. Yeah. Hand fan.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
so fan is Ogi.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
and then
interesting.
he says, Ogi, to that word, I don't react.
Yeah, and then
Ogi's
the eye opens up. That, yeah. I'm curious if that specific name, like the fact that it's fan, now that's, you know, fan like, you know, a fan that you hold, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's additional meaning behind it being that word specifically. So like Ogi, she fans things and makes them bigger, blows them up, or, you know, or something like that. Or, you know, the fan, Ogi is actually a fan of Araragi's or something like that.
That word doesn't correlate to fan as a physical object.
Right, yes, right. That's fanatic. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a different subset
Language.
of words. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is a language thing specifically taken from Japanese, so it's not going to translate well over to English.
There were a lot of like Japanese language like
Word
jokes
plays
and wordplays and
in this
stuff that
episode.
I'm really curious to see how they all parse out.
Yeah, same. But it did feel like with the repetition towards the end of the episode, with ways in which things could be insinuating that she is potentially poking at Ogi,
Right.
and not even aware of it, I think it's almost confirmed that she is aware.
She knows.
And given that you look back in context of the fact that she said that she consciously hadn't gone on any dates with him for 6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty particular.
Yeah, I think that there's two reasons for that. The main one is she didn't want to end up being a distraction so that he wouldn't study.
Yes.
It's that she wants him to be prepared fully for the college entrance exams.
Yep.
But it is convenient that around that time, almost I would say exactly around that time, was when Ogi showed up.
Yeah.
For the first bit.
And
so
there is also the bit with you know, Nadeko, that and Koi and all that stuff, which definitely kept her busy during that time. But yeah, the 6 month thing did seem very specific.
Yeah. So, y'all. Oh, what a good episode. And I
think next episode's going to be the date.
I think next episode will be dates.
Which I am so down for.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And it's cool because even though I'm sure Shinobu gave them plenty of privacy, since she's not in Araraki's shadow anymore, much like Mr. Senjigahara, you know, not being on their date or anything like that, it's just the two of them. Shinobu will also not be there, which I think is rather fitting.
Yes. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full links aren't this one because it's all timer-based and everything like that. But if you want to get into the Discord discussion of things there with the community and with us, go check out any level of our Patreon, get you access to that. It's the problem with having any kind of a script with this is that then you go off base and it just doesn't work.
Words.
Stuff like that. Words, yeah, it's tricky. But yeah, thank you guys for checking this out, and we'll see you in the next one. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob. Bye.